Thank you. Well, good morning. I'd like to welcome you all to Innovate Finance's very first FinTech Growth Forum. Today, we aim to enable our community to share experiences on growing FinTech businesses and to learn from each other. We hope that participating in the forum will strengthen the ties in our ecosystem and help members obtain the insight and connections to innovate at scale. Your vision and ideas are important to us, as they are the foundations for the future of financial services. In both B2C and B2B FinTech, you, our members, are representing a very broad and exciting industry that continues to thrive in the UK. And we want to support this success and do what we can to help you scale better and faster. Before we start, I thought it would be helpful to tell you a little bit about myself and the career journey that has brought me here today as the new CEO. I have spent over 20 years in the city, working mainly in market infrastructure roles, and know firsthand the effort and pain points involved in raising money and helping companies scale up and expand locally and further afield. I was exposed to the world of technology back in the 90s and have retained the passion for the sector ever since. I was subsequently with NASDAQ, where I founded and launched 2 exchanges, and it was there where I had the opportunity to be exposed to the exciting FinTech developments that surround exchanges and are driving them and the financial services industry to be more efficient and innovative. More recently, I left the exchange world to work with startups, government, advisors, VCs and institutions to help ensure we retain and grow this exciting sector, which I'm very honoured to be part of, especially in my new role. This role takes me to the heart of the ecosystem, and I, along with my team, are committed to working with you to make sure your success continues in the future. FinTech is so important to the UK. The industry is now worth almost £7 billion to our economy and employs 60,000 people across the UK. The UK is also regarded as Europe's FinTech capital, with at least 4 businesses with a valuation of over £1 billion, and 7 more FinTech companies expected to join this elite group in the near future. With this forum, we've worked hard to bring everything you need to scale a business under one roof. There are many highlights for the day. Not only do we have over 50 of the biggest names in FinTech sharing their scaling journeys with us, but we're also hosting 7 terrific workshops led by sponsors, members, or the Innovate Finance team. If you are looking for support with pitching to media, complying with incoming data requirements, negotiating term sheets, building an inclusive workforce, feeding into the government's talent policy, or designing your workspace better, look out for the sessions running in parallel. I also encourage investors, institutions and journalists in the room to take advantage of the day by meeting the latest and most innovative startups here and strengthening your relationship with our ecosystem. When Innovate Finance was founded 3 years ago, we had 54 members and a vision to support them through policy work, programmes and promotion. Our then Chancellor George Osborne, in his keynote address at the launch, said he wanted London to become the global centre for FinTech. We have become that now, and we can continue to thrive at the top, because the UK has the key ingredients to do so. We have the infrastructure, the skills, the capital, favourable regulation, and the entrepreneurial drive to remain the centre of global FinTech in the future. And with or without Brexit, our FinTech entrepreneurs are carrying on with their vision and creating innovations that are pioneering and transforming financial services. 3 years since Innovate Finance's launch, we have grown to over 285 members, a third of which are startups that have come from all over the world to scale and grow in the UK. Innovate Finance brings a level of expertise to the community that is channeled through initiatives such as our member peer working groups, the CXO forums we launched this summer, or the industry sandbox on which we consulted and are now exploring as a programme. In the capital space, we provide critical data to the community, partners and government, such as our regular VC investment landscapes. And let's not forget our annual Global Summit, the most prestigious FinTech event in the world. We hope you will join us next year on March 18th and 19th for the 4th annual IFGS, taking place once again at the iconic Guildhall in the City of London. It really will be an event not to be missed, for London is the blueprint for FinTech, and people come from all over the world to understand why we do FinTech so well. Our sector is not only buoyant, but optimistic. A census of UK FinTech firms by EY and Innovate Finance was published recently, the first of its kind. It was based on a study of just under 250 FinTech companies and conducted on behalf of HMT. Half of our respondents said they were extremely positive about their revenue streams and were expecting global revenue growth of over 100% in the next 12 months. And a third of respondents revealed that they expected to IPO in the next 5 years. as well as plans to expand to North America and Europe and build strong talent bases for their firms. These responses clearly indicate the ambition of our larger fintech firms, but we also know there are many issues that can impede that growth. As the census shows, a main concern for most of you is access to talent, particularly coding and software development, one of the issues we address at this forum today. This isn't surprising given the truly global race for talent, with 30% of our member founders here in the UK and 40% of all tech workers in Silicon Valley being born outside of their domestic market. Very few, if any, global ecosystems can thrive without attracting the best and brightest from around the world. In respects to talent, I was encouraged by Philip Hammond's recent comments on acknowledging the need for clarity for financial services and his priority to ensure the UK remains the global hub of fintech. We know there are choices for entrepreneurs, so I want to make it a priority to understand and highlight obstacles of hiring talent for startups as they grow and scale in the UK. We will work with you and the government to continue to provide the essential research and data so we can continue to attract top talent to our sector. We have already responded at a grassroots level by connecting people who can help one another to educate or find and nurture that talent. But we know that's not enough, and that government also plays a key role here. We back the government's digital strategy, which came out earlier this year, and looks at the skills development from early stages right through to adulthood, particularly with a view to including coding in the national school curriculum and to launch programs such as the Digital Skills Partnership, which is about government working with partners such as tech firms, coding schools, and local businesses to train and help people access digitally focused jobs across the UK. On other key topics, our community is also concerned at the rate at which customers are adopting fintech services and how we can expedite this. How can our members heighten awareness about their innovations to the masses? And crucially, how can they win over consumers and businesses that might be sceptical about trying new innovations? Creating a diverse workforce in fintech is also something we must continue to develop, a topic we also address today, including getting more women and minorities to join the fintech movement. I'm glad I can say I've actually changed the statistics by one at least. When we speak to our community, it's evident that everyone is open to and wants a more diverse workforce that is reflective of the customers they serve. But in order to achieve this, we do need to address some major challenges to boost the numbers, such as the STEM skills gap. Currently in the UK, there are 40,000 STEM jobs that remain occupied because we don't have the local talent to fill those roles. So with only 14.4% of all working people in STEM occupations, diversity could help plug this critical shortage of talent in high-skilled occupations. You, our members, have also told there needs to be more done to diversify and support the capital that drives our sector. Recovering from a temporary dip in the aftermath of the EU referendum result, fintech continues to see growing levels of investment pouring in, with UK investment for H1 this year 37% higher than in 2016. A report that we published today with Magister Advisors also reveals a robust late-stage investment landscape in the UK and across Europe. The findings show an increased demand for $20 million plus rounds, with a notable spike in the role of strategic corporate capital. However, Europe has yet to see a venture capital-backed fintech IPO, so unlocking liquidity for fintech M&A exits, or IPOs, will be a major issue in our ecosystem as fintech matures. We must do more to support the growth of our ambitious firms, and we must do this together. Thank you to all our members for playing a part in creating this unique ecosystem. Thank you for helping us to build a strong community. I also want to thank the sponsors that have helped Innovate Finance in its own unique scaling journey and been so instrumental in enabling us to host this event. They include our platinum sponsor, Hogan Lovells, as well as sponsors Alan Overy, Broadgate, Lloyds Banking Group, JBM, and Venture Founders. Finally, a special thank you to the City of London, who continue to support Innovate Finance and are vital to helping us do our important work, and to Broadgate, who are supporting in creating a new fintech hub right here in the city. We have moved to their 2FA building on the Broadgate campus, and along with other fintech firms such as Starling Bank, aim to transform Broadgate into a hub for technology and creative businesses. We'll also use this new location as a springboard to increase our presence across the rest of the UK over the next 12 months. We know it takes a nation to drive innovation, and our fintech talent is based not only in London, but in Manchester, Leeds and Edinburgh, to name just a few cities with successful fintech firms. We're thrilled that so many of you come today. On behalf of the Innovate Finance team, I want to welcome all of you again to the forum and hope you will learn and enjoy the experience. We want to use this opportunity to reinforce our commitment to our members and to ensure that we are committed to serving you, and we are here to help at every stage of your scaling journey. We have a busy day ahead of us. We hope you make the most of it, and I look forward to meeting many of you throughout the day. Thank you.